Hey, it's your boy Profhit, back like I never left. Another episode of Books and Beats. I'm here with my boy, my brother, my homie, Big O. Moderating another episode. And the album is out. It's been a long process, but we want to thank y'all for joining us in this journey, whether you started from episode 1 or you're here now. We greatly appreciate it, and we look forward to y'all continuing this journey with us. We got a few more books, and we about to get right into it. This episode, we're going to feature one of the most prolific books written in history, one of the oldest books, a book that was written in BC times. Now, if you don't know what that is, what that means before Christ. Let's just get into it. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And what this book means to me and why I chose this for a Books and Beats episode is what better way to pillage, but pillage in a smart way, a cerebral way. You know what I mean? One of the most famous quotes of this book is that all warfare is based on deception. Nothing is straight up. It's never what it seems to be. And the most calculated and cerebral generals and wagers of wars are ones in battles that are won in the mind before they're even fought on the field. So with that being said, we're just gonna jump into it. This book is not a traditional book. It's something that one of the famous generals kind of wrote as a blueprint to waging war. Of course, in the first chapter, like I said, all warfare is based on deception. And it's just, key little elements written out from chapter to chapter. Hold out baits to entice the enemy. Feign disorder and crush him. If he is secure at all points, be prepared for him. If he is in superior strength, evade him. If he is taking ease, give him no rest. If his forces are united, separate them. Attack him where he is unprepared. Appear where you are not expected. These military devices leading to victory must not be divulged beforehand. And for a change of pace, I'm going to give you a couple of excerpts from quote-unquote chapter 2. Sun Tzu said, in the operations of war where there are in field 1,000 swift chariots, as many heavy chariots, and 100,000 mail-class soldiers, with provisions enough to carry them 1,000 li, the expenditure at home and at the front, including entertainment of guests, small items such as glue and paint, and some spent on chariots and armor, will reach the total of 1,000 ounces of silver per day. Such is the cost of raising an army of 100,000 men. When you engage in actual fighting, if victory is long in coming, the men's weapons will grow dull and their ardor will be damped. If you lay siege to a town, you will exhaust your strength. Again, if the campaign is protracted, the resources of the state will not be equal to the strain. And what some of these things said to me are things that we've seen in some of the most historic battles. The Trojan horse, guerrilla warfare, so many different things through time that these lessons reign true. And a lot of people that have read the book since then in modern times have kind of put it around things of business, politics, the boardroom, finances, stock market, more normal things, because obviously most people are not waging actual war, but you can intellectually kind of relate it to certain things in your life and use it, you know what I mean, to your advantage, and kind of take it where it suits place. And with this album, I feel like there's so many different things, there's so many different points, there's so many ways that we attack. It's not a traditional hip-hop rap album, it's not traditional music, it's not something that people have experienced or heard before, and that's why I chose this book. I mean, you know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron, and like Wu-Tang said, man, you know, liquid swords. That's what the album is. That's what the group Solo Mob is about. And yeah, we just pushing that hard line, man. We waging war on the industry. We pillaging the trash, the quote unquote standard, and we bringing something fresh and new. You feel me? So yeah, The Art of War.
Yeah, man, such a prolific book. Sun Tzu. There was a moment reading that book, and I forgot what I seen. But yeah, like everything is kind of like a war of the mind, war of the heart.
Absolutely.
And so we go along with too much peace, thinking that we don't have to take it or don't have to fight for things, which is one of the reasons why we're in the state that we're in.
Absolutely.
But specifically, you know, when he was saying in chapter 1, talking about, yo, if they're strong here, hit them here. Mm-hmm. If you gonna raise them here, don't do it there. And one of the things that when it clicked was, you know, when a person say, I don't fear nothing. And it was like, nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you something, right? I'm gonna give you something so you cherish it on purpose.
Yeah.
And once you get attached to the thing, then I'll come take it from you. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, whoa. Looking at that with jobs, looking at that with things that we do get attached to, think the tactic of control.
Yeah.
And then to have, you know, the Pillage out for the album release party.
Yeah.
And just to have a real good time. And I'm just like, yo, these are the moments that I live for. Because it was pure. It was that moment where we could stop warring in the things that we had to do for that day.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the album. By the way, the album is out solely on the platform called Adalo.
Adalo.
Everything will be, the link will be in the description below. So make sure to check that out.
Yes, indeed.
But the album release party was great, and it was so perfectly planned, cause it was just the Pillage, and everybody was happy, and it was just that moment after you pillage or before you pillage is just the, you know, hey, we finished something, we did something, we went to war for something, and now there's a little bit of rest, but people getting that rest, like it said, when they relish and rest, mm-hmm. Give them hell.
Yeah. When
they in hell, let them get used to peace. So I mean, listen, the book is a cold piece of book. Definitely shouts out to the different tracks on the album. Yeah. What I mean, give us a small highlight of the track of a track off the album.
Track 2, man. Track 2 is titled Sideshow Bob, in quotations, Code of Ethics. And this track, you know, it's no chorus, just straight bars. And we started out with EmCee, and his verse entails so many different ideologies and similes and metaphors and punchlines and kind of just like giving a front row view of a black man in America and some of the things that we go through in this country and just the reality of those things. And then Profhit, come in with the second verse, and I'm on a completely different path. And sometimes, you know, that's usually how things go when it's just me and him, because I mean, the beat kind of dictates what comes, and a lot of times I can't dictate what is going to be said, because once the first word comes out, then the rest is history and it just flows. And in this song, I really went in, and these are, you know, one of the times where, as a lyricist and as a writer, I pushed my pen and I really came at people. And I think when people hear this song, they're going to relate it to a specific artist. And intentionally, that was not my intention when I wrote the verse. But when I broke down the bars and really looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I did. You know, and I think with, you know, this year and last year was the first heated rap beef in a long time. And of course, I'm talking about Kendrick and Drake. And I just feel like, you know, it was cool, it was great, but it wasn't two lyricists going at it. It was someone who is one of the most prolific artists and songwriters and lyricists of the generation versus one of the greatest pop artists, and someone that we all know had others writing for him. Now granted, they've written for others, but you know, in the game of rap and lyricists, once you rap bars that were not written by you, you're completely discounted. And my thing is, you know, I do feel like I am one of the best, one of the greatest, and I'm gonna come at whoever. And that's, in summation, what can be heard in this track. So people can take it how they want to, but I'll let you be the judge.
All right, take us out.
Chapter 1, The Pillage, is in stores, but specifically Adaelo, Adaelo. Y'all go check us out. We're gonna provide the links, and we hope y'all support it. Y'all support this upcoming platform and keep rocking with us. Books and Beats, we out.
We out. The Pillage.
Wow. Great ever since, nigga.
Pillage muses, pillage authors, use these bars for conscious, dope and food. Authentic product, war-tested veterans make the hardest artists. Dropping seeds and souls for our father's harvest. This life is for the living that live it the hardest. Pillage muses, pillage authors, use these bars for conscious, dope and food. Authentic product, war-tested veterans make the hardest artists. Dropping seeds and souls for our father's harvest. This life is for the living that live it the hardest.
They say life is full of ups and downs, but I be down if I let you smoke about my pound. Some niggas try to take a handful, they get too greedy. If you can't take care of yourself, then stay away from me leeching. The pillage say your life, but your soul we might snatch it. Blade gripping 2012, the way I drive to the basket. John Stockton with these hoes, yeah, you know I'm gon' pass it. Bitch, we the winning team, so you don't gotta ask. And when we speak, ain't no mistakes. The Pilly come with no asterisk. The Pilly come with no asterisk. They say my life like a Tubi movie, cause I've been acting.